Okay. It says I'm live, so I guess I'm live right now. Just want to do a quick vid. This is my second slab purchase from eBay. And I just want to let you guys know how it turned out, because I know there's a lot of, at least a lot of vids I'll be watching concerning the difference between CGC and CBCS and PGX. And since this eBay purchase, I wound up getting a CGC and a CBCS slab. I thought I'd share my personal opinion on the difference and my favoritism, which is which it definitely exists. What's good, Vital? Comic Book Champ, what's good, man? Oh, see, now people starting to chime in. Oh, it's all good, man. I'm just trying to give y'all my opinions. I got this, as you guys know, I said before in the earlier vid. I collecting the burn run of X-Men from 108, excluding 110, I think, because he didn't do that issue, all the way up to 143. So I went ahead and got 121. I didn't realize this until I got it in my hands physically. I didn't even realize it when I saw it, that I had this issue before as a kid. So this is real cool to me to have again, you know, as an adult. This is, get rid of some of that glare. 7.5. I like them in this. I haven't seen any of 7.0, but 7.5 is definitely decent enough to me. It's highly presentable. Definitely a VF in my opinion. Especially when you consider the age of the book. But okay, so here's the story. Had a cover on it, you know, a plastic you know, a covering bag, you know, not a Mylar, but it was a little plastic sheet or whatever. Plastic, well, not really a baggie either. So I really didn't take it out of it until the first couple of days I got it. So I took it out. I was like, you know, let me put it in my hands and examine it, you know, the case, because I love these CGC cases, by the way, especially the new ones with the new labels. And I noticed that it had a crack. I don't know if you guys can see that here. You know, so it looked like somebody tried to maybe pop the case, I think, or maybe it got damaged, you know, in shipping or whatever. But anyway, I contacted the seller, and he agreed to go ahead and knock $10 off and refund $10. So I'll probably apply that to getting this recased when I send other books in to get CGC later on down the line. So, you know, little medicine to soothe the sore wound. I mean, not too bad. You know, I mean, I definitely wasn't going to send it back, which he offered to do it first. But yeah, once I realized that, hey, I used to have this before, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to have to deal with it and get it fixed myself. So, in my opinion, there's no case better than this. Okay, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. I'm trying to get rid of some of that glare. As you can see, it's sturdy. I mean, it does have a little bend to it, and this particular book, you can see the rainbow film that they talk about in the Mylar with it. I mean, it's not really, I mean, I'm not that anal to where it's bothering me or anything like that. So, but you could see the durability in the case. And this is the side that's cracked. Okay, I mean, you can't get inside of here. I mean, there's nothing you can do to get inside of here. I mean, if you get inside of here, you're going to break it. It's hard, okay? It's not very pliable. I mean, okay. And then I got another 7.5, this time from CBCS, not X. Yeah, Company chances agree CBC cases are my preferred, but that's CGC. Yeah, and the CGC juice. Yeah, that's definitely. It looks like something, man. I don't know, but I got this CBCS 7.5. Like I said, the grade is cool enough for me, you know. And the case, it looks presentable, right? I mean, it looks like the real deal. I mean, as far as measuring up size-wise to the CGC case, I mean, they're pretty much the same as far as height is concerned. The CBCS feels a little sleeker, a little thinner. And this is the new label that they came out with, by the way, CBCS new labels. And you can see the grade is cool. No problems with the grading at all. The book is great. But this is where I have an issue, okay? Because of the situation with the CGC comic and me finding out that it was cracked, you know, the next day I was like, let me check this one, you know, because they came around the same time. And I started to check on the durability of this case. You know, I noticed it was a little more pliable and I could bend it a little more, you know, still relative. You can hear that it's not a crack, it's dull, you know what I mean? So it's a little softer. I can definitely bend it. It has a lot of give to it. But this is what got me. I know I can do it from this side. You should not be able to do that. I'm touching the comic in my heart. Right? I'm actually have this open, right? So immediately I get pissed. I'm thinking I'm getting, you know, jerked around again. Like, you know, I kind of felt like I got maybe jerked around with this because, you know, half my mind thought that, hey, this guy had to have known this was cracked, you know, right here. It looks like somebody tried to, you know, tamper with it. But, you know, maybe not, you know, get this up the way. He said, hell no, bro, send that back. I was going to, man, but like I said, I'm you know, I like the book. And like I said, it just seems, oh, you're talking about this CBCS? Okay, now, if that's what you're talking about, okay, so listen, I'm thinking I'm getting taken again, right? Okay, he said, yeah. So I'm thinking I'm getting taken again, right? So I'm a stewing. Now I'm like, because I'd already talked to this guy, and now I'm like, geez, I'm just catching it back. Now I got to go talk to this guy about this BS, man. This, you know, somebody definitely tried to get in with this. You know, this is no bueno. I mean, come on, man. What the hell is this, man? Right? So, you know, I'm sitting back, and I said, you know, let me, before I go, you know, before I go ham, like my young sons like to say, kids say nowadays, let me do a little more research. So I hopped online. I hopped on YouTube and I looked up cracking, you know, slabs, CBCS slabs, and sure enough, I found a vid by ETA Nick, who's highly respected in the YouTube community. So I value his opinion. And the video was like from 3 years ago. I think he had one a little more recent concerning, you know, how to crack them. But when watching this video, this is from 3 years ago, plain to see, he did the same thing. He showed how that's just the way they get down. It's not a CGC case. CGC is evidently, I don't know about PGX, can't speak on them. I'm not gonna lie, drag them through the mud or nothing. And I'm not dragging CBCS through the mud either. But I'm just saying, as far as these guys are the epitome. There's no case. I mean, you just can't do that with this. It's not possible. This is how they're made. From, you know, at least 3 years ago when ETA Nick made the video, you know, because he did the exact same thing. When I saw that, I said, oh, okay, well, there's nothing wrong with it. That's just how they get down. Okay. So meaning that if I was ever, now first, you know, if I'm getting a book slab, I'm going to get a slab that's CGC. primarily because, you know, of the market for resale. You know what I mean? CGC books are the epitome. They just go higher. CBCS is kind of catching up, and PGX is seeming to be a little more respected nowadays. But I mean, these are, you know, far and wide the best guys to go to for that reason alone. And now because of just this, I mean, it's just a better product. You know, they just do better. These guys, I mean, no, I'm sorry. It's cool. Like if you, I mean, no, there's just no. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never get another CBCS book. You know what I mean? Because I might, since it's so easy to open, I might just pop them because all it is four clips right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it comes right open. There's no side, nothing. They're just designed like that. So, given that fact, I would just simply get a nice maybe a My Light 4, you know, My Light 2 at the very least. Get it in a nice maybe clear backing board from comicskin.com, and slap that in one of their DIY slabs, because they have do-it-yourself slabs, which is essentially all this is. So I would never ever waste my money sending my books in to get slabbed by CBCS, just because the product is not bad, but it's nothing that you as a consumer can't do on your own. Like I said, through comicskin.com is the only one I know about at the moment. But I'm sure there's, you know, at least a few more who, you know, have that kind of do-it-yourself, you know, slab product. You know, yeah, this is just once again, because I've never seen nobody show this except for ETA Nick when he was just doing that to break the case. You know, he was just showing you how to crack it. But when I saw that, you know, like this was a thing, and there was nothing wrong. And so I'm sorry for shaking the camera. There's nothing wrong with the product, that this is the way they're made. I mean, it is what it is. But I will not be sending my books to CBCS, which I thought about, because, you know, I hear that the turnaround time is faster. Their customer service is definitely better as opposed to dealing with CGC, who has a reputation for taking a long time to get your books back to you, and has a bad reputation from what I've been hearing for even getting back to you as far as, you know, your emails and your, you know, customer service issues. But maybe that's why. Maybe because they're swamped, and maybe because they're swamped is because they put out, you know, a much better product. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're dealing with, like, you know, a 3 and a 10. You know, just because this is the epitome, and this is something that you could do yourself. Not that it's bad, but the only thing I would take away from this is, you know, maybe the cool label. You know, I like fonts and graphics and stuff like that. So, but, you know, like I said, the Mylar that they have it in, you can get yourself, and the slab that, you know, they basically put it in that locks in 4 places. You can do that yourself, you know, through, like I said, comicskin.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, if you get a CBCS slab, you know, and you happen to recognize that it does that, you know, it is loose like that, you can access it like that. Don't think that, you know, your book was tampered with or anything like that, or, you know, it's broken or it got swapped out, which, I mean, it opens far enough. I mean, you get somebody with a skilled enough hand. I mean, I don't see how you can slip the book out without hurting it and damaging it and everything. But still, I mean, it's just, it opens. I mean, I never even thought that was a possibility, you know, dealing with this, you know what I mean? And you say, oh, okay, well, CBCS is comparable. So, you know, it's just a little sleeker and a little less You know, it's not as strong as far as a plastic. It's not as hard as a plastic, but you don't expect, you know, I thought this would be like sealed with glue or at least, you know, mended together. But nope. As you can see that definitely opens. So like I said, it's not like it's a bad thing. If you get it reslag, get it pressed, may bump it up a grade. Yeah, I'm looking, researching her. You said if you get it reslab, get it pressed, may bump up the grade. And thank you. That's definitely true. There's a lot of books. What's up, man? Doomsday Comics, what's up, fellas? He said, what's up, fellas? What's up, man? Yeah, CGC does pressing now, but yeah, but it's third party, like they said. I know it's, you know, they got their own little, and you know, I don't know, maybe maybe it might be a little easier, maybe a little more feasible just to go through them instead of sending it to this place and then sending it to that place. You know, maybe it's easier just to, you know, try to get it all done in one kit and caboodle. You know, kill all the birds with one stone. You know. But hey, man, I really appreciate y'all for joining me. I'm gonna come back a little later with another haul. I'm gonna have on the same thing, but I don't want to mix these two together because I just wanted to. Are you selling those? No, I ain't selling these, man. I just got them. This is my burn run. I'm trying to complete it 108 through 143, excluding 110 because he didn't do that issue. Might get that one anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely take it out of this. Break these clips off, and I'm gonna watch ETA next video one more time and pop these clips. And this will probably be in you know, the lot that I send in there to get CGC. I don't know, man. I'm just real skeptical. They're all the way in Florida. I might have to take a vacation out there and just walk it in. You know, I don't know. But you should enter some of the giveaways going on, bro. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm actually going to. I did one before from they're more like uh, um, you know, sub contests where you stay. I stay in a place called Vacaville, California, in the Bay Area, a little outside the Bay Area, in between San Francisco and Sacramento. So I'm in a good spot where I got a lot of comic book shops. You know, I frequent. Good luck getting in. CGC is like a fort. I know, man. I know. I was thinking about just going ahead and getting their membership. You know, I think I was watching Mercenaut's video, and he was talking about Doomsday Comic. I live here in Houston. Yeah, man. I was actually he said I'm in close to CGC. Comic book champ, man. You in a lucky spot. Shoot, I would just walk my books right up in there, man. I just have a problem. I used to work for UPS, so I know how they get down with them boxes at 3:30 in the morning. They'd be kicking them like footballs and trying to make field goals. I'm like, nah, not with my comic book show. But you know, what can you do? Doomsday Comics said he's in there in Houston. Houston, I was actually yeah, a membership is worth it. Yeah, I was saying Mercenaut saying that I guess the membership is maybe like 150, but that 150 goes towards you know, your book rating. So it's kind of like it pays for itself, which is awesome. I mean, you really can't beat that. I mean, you're paying 150, but if it's used towards grading your books, I mean, it's kind of like free. And then you're in like Flint, you know. In Houston, there's a place called gosh, man, what is I see him Strictly Comics, guy I watch all the time on YouTube. He's out there in Houston. I was thinking about sending him some books. You should enter my contest. It ends Friday. Oh, I most definitely will. Yeah, it does. I flip a few and keep a few to offset the cost. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, because I'm really getting into the slab market now on eBay and stuff. I mean, I hear a lot of other places like Comic Link and stuff like that, which I haven't accessed yet, but um, I mean, eBay is just where it's at as far as the average Joe. Oh man, yeah, you got Comic Book Champ Constein. You got a dope contest. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely enter it, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right on. Jeez, everybody got their hands in something. Comic Link charge a 3% buyer fee. Go to Comic Connect. Yeah, that was another one. I haven't that was my next step, to start delving into those guys and seeing what the I don't know what the market is talking, because I'm gonna be getting rid of a lot of my books, a lot of my stuff that I'm just not interested in really. My main thing is variants and keys, first appearances, all that good stuff. And I got a lot of stuff that I'm just flat out not interested in. Even as a collector, I mean, you just can't have everything. I'm trying not to be a hoarder. If I had a shop or, maybe a big, adequate storage, store some of the stuff in, maybe. But I'm not trying to get too much, accumulate too much stuff that I'm not going to keep anymore, and just shoot for stuff that I know I'm going to want. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to make another haul video in the mid here, because I got this haul, my weekly haul. Yeah, I got my weekly haul, and I didn't want to mix these two up. So if you guys see a vid me wearing the same clothes, it's not the same. It's not the same vid. It's a different vid. I'm gonna do, like I said, I wanted to do this slab haul or vid, and different than my my normal comic haul, because I wanted you guys to peep game on the difference and be able to, because like I said, I was upset. I literally sat down upset, sat there in my thoughts for a minute, and then I was like, hey, let me go to YouTube and try to find a vid on to see, just how these cases operate. And sure enough, like I said, I pulled up ETA Nick's vid, and it, otherwise, if I hadn't, and I just, sat there and stewed and kept getting upset, I would have called dude, especially based off my experience with this, because I started to think I was getting taken. So, I would have called up and had a bad experience with dude when he was really innocent. He didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So, lucky thing I just didn't fly off the handle right away. And but that's the purpose of this vid, because, I was able to go to his vid and refer to his vid and get, clarity. So hopefully this vid gives someone else out there who's, wanting to know the difference and maybe didn't know that, these were built like that, because that's not something he was expressing. He was just expressing how to crack the case open. You know what I mean? And I'm here to tell you that if you are a nosy guy like me and who likes to fiddle and, fiddle and find out that he could do this, and you're gonna be like, hey, somebody try to, but no, nobody try to get it over on you. That's how they're built. And given that, you might as well just get a comic scan from comicscan.com and slap it yourself instead of going to CBCS, if CBCS was a choice you were thinking about making, because CGC is definitely where you want to be. Let's see. I checked the vid when you posted. Yes, thanks. Those are sweet, bro. Right on, man. I haven't coming today. I'll definitely. Oh yeah, man. Definitely. I'm gonna shout you out in the thing too. Let's go my slab. Oh, Jim Lee. Hey, that's my man right there. I try to get everything. That's one of my goals, is to go to some kind of con and meet him there and get some autographs. Speaking of which, I'm gonna tell y'all in the next vid who I am about to go see coming up here in Cinco de Mayo, and yeah. So I'm gonna get going here. And ooh, 908 from ooh, yeah, congrats. Congrats doing them for me too. Shoot, 9.8. Man, I'm jealous. But you know, in a good way. You know, I want to start, like I said, upping my game and getting stuff like that too. That's why I'm about to go to this signing on the 5th. I'm gonna get something. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna tell you about it in a minute here. So stay tuned. Shout out to Comic Book Champ. Come out to Doomsday Comics. Much love for chiming in and sticking with me, fellas. Yeah, I'm out too. He said, "I'm my boys. Peace." I'm gonna catch y'all in a minute. All right. I say my stuff. Each one, teach one. Tell your friends about me. And thumb up and sub up, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. Peace.